We don't exist in a homogeneous society. Our citizens are increasingly diverse. We are responsible for providing and working with communities on building safe communities. We have to be able to respond to the needs of our external environment and those communities.
The relationship between the police and the community is critical. It's my view that we want a police service that represents and is representative of the communities we police. Edmonton is a very diverse community. Our population is approximately 900,000 people, but actually the Edmonton Police Service polices a community of 1.1 million. I became the Chief of Police in June of 2011, and typically in Edmonton we average about 35 homicides a year. That particular year we ended up with 50 homicides. The media got on this. The media wanted to know what the police were doing about solving this problem. Every solution looked at reaching out to the community, building public trust, and get them to a better place, a safer place, build that community resilience that was so needed.
The Equity, Diversity and Human Rights section provides operational and investigative support to our members. It provides strategic support to our organization to ensure that our policies, procedures, and practices are fair, equitable, inclusive. And it also exists to build bridges and trust between the Edmonton Police Service and the diverse communities that we serve. One of the most significant pieces of work that the Equity, Diversity and Human Rights section does is we provide training on cultural safety and bias awareness. We all have different backgrounds, we all have different experiences, we come from different histories, and that impacts our relationships and our interactions with one another.
In our training with the new recruits, we're able to give them concrete, real-world examples of how to practice cultural safety, how to engage with people in a genuine, sincere manner. We then pivot and give them some direct real-world experience and some practical experience by sitting them in front of civilian members of a variety of communities, seeking out knowledge and understanding with what those people in those communities require from the police service and what some of the preconceived notions are about police officers.
Our bias awareness and cultural safety training is not a one-time shot. They are provided training throughout their career.
In my role within the Hospitality Policing Unit, I've had to address and detain large groups of people, 50 or more. One or two will always accuse me of being racist or being biased. Because of the work that I've done, I've actually had large groups turn on the dissenters and advocate for me on my behalf and try and facilitate me doing my job.
As they start to become more aware of the Equity, Diversity and Human Rights section and the fact that we are a support service within this organization for them, they access us in many different ways.
Currently I hold a position in the drug and gang section as a staff sergeant. Right now we have two groups within a community that are quite violent. They're in a war, a turf war, and the violence has escalated quite a bit. We've approached EDHR, they've got us to the appropriate people within the community that can actually have an impact and that actually want to take this effort on and lead themselves in making safer communities.
The more our communities know that we're working on ensuring that our members have the knowledge and the skills to provide fair and equitable policing, the more trust we will have with the communities. One of the most important parts of that is developing relationships with community animators. These are grassroots leaders that have a shared experience with the emerging communities that they work with, and we work with them to be able to identify how best to build those bridges and communicate with those communities.
I've been in Edmonton 18 and a half years. For anything happening, they do their best to engage us. When they engage us, we feel they value us. And whenever we invite it, they are very happy to come. So we have to take this message in a positive way to the communities and make sure they understand the police is out there to help for all our safety.
The work that we do with our young people is so important because they bring that home. They bring it home to their parents, to their aunts, to their uncles, to other young people. And then they start to develop leadership skills on how they build safe communities in partnership with police.
I'm part of the Somali community and I do a lot of volunteering with them in terms of homework help at the local community center. I have seen a change in regards to how police deal with the community. they listen to what the community has to say, and I think listening is a big piece into changing. It's us collectively working together in bettering our community and ensuring that it is safe for all of us.
The goal is to make Edmonton the safest major city in Canada. We want our officers to care, we want our community to care. This is a holistic investment. We're all involved in making this the safest major city in Canada, so we all have a part to play.
The Equity, Diversity and Human Rights section will always exist to be able to provide that support within the organization to ensure that we're always on top of the skills and the knowledge, the attitudes that we need to be able to provide the culturally safe, operational and investigative services to the diverse citizens of Edmonton.